mining Indaba, where South Africa's biggest gold miner, Harmony Gold, is exploring options including hydrogen and natural gas to cut its dependence on the state utility, being Eskom. Our business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo is standing by with an update in terms of how exactly they plan to do this. Ntokozo.
Good afternoon, Dudu. Indeed, it seems that load shedding is hitting, the mining industry hard, but miners are working and investing in finding their own alternative sources. And to help me unpack how Harmony Gold is going about this, I'm now joined by Boipelo Likubo, who is the finance director at Harmony Gold. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Obviously, let's start there with load shedding being a real sticking point for the industry, and that issue of the energy crisis coming out of the mining Indaba this week. We hear that you've invested or are investing in your own alternative energy resources. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So we've got a three-phase power generation, basically solar project that is running at the moment. The first phase is a 30 megawatts, which is due to come on stream in the third quarter of our current financial year. So that's June. Second phase would be 137 megawatts, and that is in feasibility, due to be completed shortly within this year, early this year, so by June 2023. So essentially that's what we've got planned. There are other phases, wind, etc., but that's a bit further down the line.
Now you do have those plans, and with the Chinese reopening that economy, we did see the demand improving. In the medium to short term, how are you strategizing then this whole load shedding issue?
So we've got what we call load curtailment. So it's not similar to the load shedding schedule, the general load shedding schedule. So at times where we do have to curtail, we would reduce demand, perhaps at our plants, etc., switch certain things off and on, and try and just optimize as easily as we can. Mining is obviously not something you can just switch on and off, but I think the guys have been managing pretty well around that schedule.
And can you talk us through the purchase of over 200 million of Australian EVA Cooper? What is the strategy behind that?
So Project EVA is a development in Australia. It obviously offers us diversification into a tier 1 area, and also our strategy towards future-facing minerals in copper. We already in our existing portfolio have Wafi-Golpu, which is a copper-gold project, so it really is adding on to that strategy.
Now, illegal mining, Boipelo, is something that has been a major issue, and we heard yesterday and today speaking about junior miners and some of the questions being raised, that does that not raise the opportunity, seeing that there are those independent miners that end up doing it legally? Does it not open that opportunity for large players like yourself to invest more in developing junior and emerging miners?
I mean, Harmony is doing a lot within the areas in which we mine to develop the areas, etc. I think where we have a responsibility is ensure safety first. So the operations that do have to close, we have to ensure that is rehabilitated in a safe manner. So where we can support, we do, but obviously, safety has to come first.
And let's go back to the gold prices that have seen a boom with, China's economy reopening. Do you expect that to be sustained? And if not, what is the way forward there, or the strategy there?
I mean, it's always difficult to tell with gold. Nobody has a crystal ball, but definitely in the near term, gold has gone up, dollar gold that is. I think Harmony has the benefit of that natural gearing, us having a rand cost base. So on a rand per kilogram basis, we are sitting quite comfortably. Gold, in the recent past, hasn't really performed the way that we'd expect it to perform, just given, Russia, Ukraine, all the supply chain disruptions, etc., interest rates in the US. So we haven't seen it do what it normally would have done, but albeit stable. So in the longer term, it would be anyone's guess.
And on a positive note, Boipelo, Harmony Gold has made it into Bloomberg's gender index for the 5th consecutive year. And we've heard, the discussions that have been taking place from yesterday on to today and tomorrow is the role of women in mining. Could you take us a little through why Harmony Gold has actually invested in ensuring that women are empowered in the industry, and just going forward what some of the plans are to empower women within the industry, especially those that are still entering the industry, that they don't just get stuck at entry level but really become decision makers in organizations such as yourselves?
I think firstly our inclusion in the index is really just a demonstration of our culture of inclusivity, diversity, as well as equity. I think it is important for us that we create an environment in which everyone is treated equally and fairly. So we are very proud to have been included in that index for the 5th consecutive time. And this speaks towards mining with purpose. In everything that we do, which speaks to the upliftment of women in the sector, etc. We do partner with the likes of Minerals Council, Women in Mining, etc., to ensure that women are uplifted within that sector. So it's something that we're really proud of.
Boipelo, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Of course, that was Boipelo Lekubo, who is the finance director at Harmony Gold, just talking about how the miner remains committed to mining with purpose, whether that comes to empowering women or empowering the communities in which it mines as well. It's remaining steadfast in mining with purpose.
Ntokozo Khumalo, thank you for that update.